I think Urban Meyer's like Pete Carroll, where they're just donkey coaches, but their quarterbacks are so good, the quarterbacks won't allow them to fail in spite of what their coaches are doing. Urban Meyer has done nothing right yet, but Trevor Lawrence is already so good that the Jaguars will not fail. He's going to lift all tides.
So the rankings for you would be what? Lawrence 1, and then the rest is hit or miss maybe? Or do you actually have a specific ranking of where you think these guys could end up?
It'd be Lawrence 1. There's a reason he's cited as the golden child, the prophecy we've been waiting for, and we've only said that about Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck so far, and both came true. Trevor Lawrence was a gift for quarterbacks ever since he was born. And so just no matter what happens at organization, like the Jaguars could easily just mess around and win this year because that division is so poor.
The Colts division.
The Colts are also missing a left tackle. If Carson Wentz plays like a third stringer like he did last year, they're not winning anything because he was the worst quarterback we saw last year. So I don't know. I think there are a lot of questions about the division, and the Jags are like sneaky division winners. I've already bet it at plus odds a couple months ago, actually. That's a bet if you want to get it in. But Trey Lance would be an easy number 2 because you get the best case comp of Michael Vick getting 5 years on a cheap rookie deal under Kyle Shanahan. Those are all green lights. That's like 5 different things I said, and it's all just full speed ahead. So Trey Lance will be next. I would actually say Justin Fields is next. Andy Dalton will start 2 quarters, get eaten alive by Aaron Donald, and get benched. There's no way he makes it through the first game in SoFi Stadium against the Rams and Aaron Donald in week 1 all in 3 quarters, let alone all 4. It's going to be the Justin Fields show. Justin Fields will move the ball because we know Justin Fields is a great prospect. The NFL was wrong. They blackballed him from the beginning and said all the wrong things. They made all the lazy tropes they do about black quarterbacks historically. Like he's not an athlete. They said he has a baseball throwing motion. What the hell does that even mean? I listened to Michael Lombardi. He strided like a pitcher. You're looking at all the wrong things when it comes to quarterbacking in 2021. So I think Justin Fields is a superstar, but Zach Wilson's very close. And the best part about Zach Wilson is that he has a leg up, unlike Justin Fields, because he not only started, of course, because he's number 2 overall pick, all of OTAs. He's going to start all of training camp, and he's going to start all 17 games. No matter how good or bad the Jets are, Zach Wilson is getting the run. And so I feel like he'll develop quicker than Justin Fields at least. And then number 5 is probably Mac Jones. Cam Newton ain't holding Mac Jones back. Last year's Cam Newton only threw 8 touchdowns, believe it or not. They still won 7 games somehow, but they won 7 games with the quarterback who threw 8 touchdowns, and then they spent all their money into offense. That can't happen again. So even if Cam Newton's the week 1 starter, it's going to be the shortest leash possible.
Let me tell you something, John. We would love to get you on again. Your take on everything when we talk about betting, football, and just your interesting aspect of quarterbacks right now when you were talking about Lawrence as the number 1. I kind of went through some of the videos that I watched on all the quarterbacks. I rated Zach Wilson as my number 1 guy, my 1A, and Trevor Lawrence as my 1B. I think Zach Wilson, he's playing in an offense that he actually played in BYU. The play action offense, it fits the way he plays the game. He's got a very strong arm. He's the most accurate quarterback in this draft class. I love Justin Fields. I have a tremendous amount of respect for Justin Fields and how talented he is. But again, Trevor Lawrence is the golden child. Everybody compares him to the Peyton Mannings of the world and obviously Andrew Luck, but we don't know if he's those guys. I love Urban Meyer, but Urban Meyer, we've seen him screw things up. He's won championships, but we've seen him back away and walk away from a team and an organization because he had heart problems. What's going to happen when this team isn't winning and the press is going to attack him or the NFL is going to attack him? How long is he going to stay in the office and say, you know what, I'm going to stay here and coach another year or 2. I got Trevor Lawrence. I don't know how long he's going to be there, and that's what scares me about the growth of Trevor Lawrence.
And he literally left because he was stressed out from losing. Like, Jaguars are still technically a rebuilding team. They're not going to win every game. Like, how is that going to eat Urban Meyer alive? Also, like, we've seen the best coaches, Steve Spurrier, Nick Saban, completely and utterly fail in the NFL because it's their way or the highway, and it turns out it's always the highway. Yeah, it just depends. Like, that leader of men role, you have to present it differently to adults, like to grown-ass men paying for their children in the NFL, whereas college, you're just teaching kids how to be men. It's totally different aspects of life. And most college coaches, when they transition, can't do it properly. So there are a lot of question marks for Urban Meyer for sure. On Zach Wilson, the one knock we will be looking for this year in his development is how does he perform under pressure? And the thing is, last year, if you go back and look at his film, he was passing through 5-lane highways because 4 of his 5 starting offensive linemen actually ended up on NFL rosters. Even 2 guys got signed as undrafted free agents. So he had NFL caliber talent blocking for him against a weak college schedule. So when it all craters this year, and it's never going to be perfect for any quarterback. We saw Patrick Mahomes. It all cratered for him. And for a lot of reasons, even his own injury, it crumbled in the Super Bowl. So for Zach Wilson, when it all crumbles, what happens? Like, how does he perform? And that's what we're trying to look for this year.